Welcome to the weekly update. This is episode 27 of season 3, the week of March 30th. I'm Jason Payne.
And I'm Zach Fuller, and this is a message from me, the principal. So as we enter this period of online schooling, I just want everybody to be aware that our guiding philosophy across the school district of Springfield Township has been to provide the maximum amount of flexibilities for students, for families, for staff members, for everybody. And that teachers have been great in working this past week or two to develop situations and structures to make that happen. They really have. We're trying to meet the needs of everybody across the district, no matter what the circumstances are at home, and that can be varied and unpredictable. But if there's something that we can do to help you, something that we haven't thought of, we want you to reach out. The entire staff of the middle school is working from home right now, practicing social distancing. And so you still have access to your counselor, your nurse, your social worker, myself, Mr. Payne. Everybody's ready to help you. So, if you can think of something that you need, we encourage you to reach out to the right person, and we will figure it out. I want to thank everybody for all the kind words that you've extended to the middle school family. And we all feel really blessed and very lucky to work in a community that's as strong and supportive as this one. So I wanted to take some time out and say how wonderful everybody's been and how lucky we are to serve this community. So on that note, I will say that everything is canceled. All events, activities, gatherings, everything is canceled that was scheduled to take place in any facility across the district for at least the next 2 weeks. So that includes internal events. It includes external groups. The school buildings are not open at this time. All events in the building are canceled and postponed. And the current re-entry date that we have is April 13th. Which follows our spring break. The administration is working with teams of teachers right now to find access to instructional materials online. What we're finding is that most of our materials are available online, including graphing calculators, including textbooks. And so if we find that there's resources that students absolutely must get from the school in order to proceed with their schooling, we'll plan to open the building at that time. But right now, we're trying to find access to everything we can for you online so that nobody has to gather at the middle school. We have gone to required schooling. As of today, March 30th, the district has begun required online and remote learning for students in the school district of Springfield Township. At the middle school, that looks like about 3.5 hours of work every day. And we've included a link to the guide in the newsletter that I sent out earlier in the week so that you can access our recommended schedule for student work and take a look at the FAQs down there. We've tried to answer the questions that we've heard, and we've provided a way for you to ask questions for the benefit of all. We will continue to add to that document so that we can answer the questions in an efficient way that benefits everybody. So make sure you go back and check on that document as much as you can. So I'm going to throw it over to Mr. Payne here to talk about teacher office hours. Mr. Payne?
Thanks, Zach.
Oh,
so teacher office hours, each teacher at the middle school is going to be online every day for at least 1 hour, available for live interactions with students. If you would like to see a chart of all of our staff members and their office hours, please click the link in the newsletter. We've received some questions about sports. So while school buildings are closed, there are no spring sports. Our middle school athletic league will wait until there's a definitive return date for every school in the league before making a determination on spring sports. So just stay tuned. As we had in our last weekly update, access to our guidance counselors is still as open as it would be if we were live here in school. So we've left information for Ms. Silo and Mrs. Smith for how to reach out to them and connect with them if you are in need of talking to your guidance counselor or your student's guidance counselor.
Okay,
All right.
That's going to do it for us this week. Without the school buildings being open, there's not a lot more to say. But we are working as hard as we can to be flexible and consistent with families. And please don't hesitate to reach out to us via email if you need us or anybody else at the middle school. We are standing ready to help you. With that said, my name is Zach Fuller, and for Mr. Payne and everybody else across Montgomery County and Bucks County who used to work at the middle school, I say make it a great.
Stay safe.